Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, fellow citizens in Liberia and other parts of the world. My name is David Sumo Jr. and I'm from Rivers County. To be specific, I'm from Jason community, and I have with me other citizens from Liberia that are members of the Liberian students in Cuba, that are members of the Liberian dedication study in Cuba. I have with me French student Francis Mawia Jr. from Nima County. I have with me Jaros Bole Yuba from Rivers County. I have with me also Evita David from Sano County. And I also have with me Eunice Yinka from Mosorado County. These are the 5 students that make up the Liberian Students Dedication in Cuba, and we are all studying medicine, and we are in the Latin American School of Medicine, one of the biggest medical schools in the world. Firstly, we want to be thankful to the Liberian government. We want to appreciate the Liberian government for this opportunity, and we are very grateful to be counted among those Liberians that are studying out of Liberia. Now, we all know that there are many citizens in Liberia, there are many Liberian students in Liberia that are wanting this kind of opportunity to leave the country and travel and develop themselves and build their capacity. And we were opportune and we were selected among those students to come to Cuba to study medicine and to become future doctors for tomorrow. So we highly appreciate the government for that opportunity. We also want to be grateful to the Cuban government and the Cuban ambassador for providing us this opportunity, for providing the opportunity to our Liberian government, for providing the opportunity to our country in order to promote, to develop our health status in years to come. We highly appreciate them, and we know that the Cuban government understands the dialectics and intricacies of the promotion of our health status in our country. So we highly appreciate the government of Cuba, and we say thank you so much, and we hope that it continues, and we hope that this opportunity continues to go to our country so that we have more Liberian young people being developed health-wise. It is our aims and objective that tomorrow we learn, after years to come, we go back home and promote the health status of our country and increase the capacity of our medical doctors and increase the numbers of our medical doctors back home. As we all know that Liberia is one of those countries in Africa that is lack of medical doctors. We don't have sufficient medical doctors to treat our patients. We don't have sufficient medical doctors to be assigned in each of those counties. And so we are here. It is a great opportunity that tomorrow we return and will be assigned in our various counties of origin or even any part of Liberia to serve our Liberian people, to be able to eradicate or to be able to treat some of those diseases that are killing our people daily, to be able to promote the health status of our country so that Liberia can be counted on Africa's map or on the world's map. Now, having said this, there are few factors, or there are few issues that we want to flag to our government. We cannot flag everything now because there are many things that are surrounding us while we are learning. There are many things that are affecting our learning process, but we cannot flag everything to the government now because we know that the government is a new government, and we know that the government may not be capacitated to solve all of our problems. So we are asking the government to just solve a few of those problems that we have. Now, the major problem that we have is that we are asking the Liberian government, we are asking Honorable George Manuel Weah, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, and his colleagues or the legislative caucus and all government officials of the government of Liberia and even well-capacitated Liberian citizens around the world to please see reason to help us in providing us an allowance monthly or even every 2-3 months. Now, we all know that we are in a medical school, and this institution that we are in is the institution, a very big institution. And in the development of a medical doctor, we're supposed to be clean. We are all supposed to be very clean and decent when we are going for classes. Now, in this, we're supposed to have at least an allowance that will sustain us, that will make us to be able to get some electronic devices like laptops, like flash drive. Those are things that we really need. And besides that, we need money to sustain ourselves while we are in Cuba. We cannot live here 6 years without any support from government. Now, what we are saying is that we are asking the government to see reason to solve this problem of allowance, to at least provide stipend for us monthly or every 2-3 months, like I said. This is the major issue, because we know that in our learning process, we're supposed to sustain ourselves. We're supposed to be able to buy provisions. We're supposed to be able to make ourselves comfortable in the midst of our friends. So we are asking the government, we are 100% willing to score the A's and the B's for the government, because above all, we're supposed to meet the points that the government requires. But now, even though the government requires those things, but how do we sustain ourselves? How do we make those marks without being certified 100% to continue the learning process? So we are asking the government, we are appealing to the government, we are appealing to Honorable George Manuel, His Excellency, to please see reason with his government officials, to see reason to help us so that we become a better medical doctor. Now, we are in Cuba today. Our aims and objectives are tomorrow we return to our country. We return to our country to help our people, because there are poor people that are dying of diseases that they're not supposed to die from. There are people in those villages and towns. There are people in Mowe, Boro, and other places, those kind of places that I'm naming now. There are people that are supposed to get better treatment. There are people that are in need of medical doctors in those places, in those parts of Rivers and other parts of Liberia, rural places of Liberia. Now, we are waiting 100% upon our return to be a sound in those rural places, to serve our people, to treat those diseases that are killing our people. That is our dream. That is our objective. And that is what we want for Liberia tomorrow. For Liberia to become one of those countries in Africa, or to become one of those countries in the world that will treat diseases that people are not supposed to die from. So we are asking our government, while we are waiting to return home anytime. Now we have family. The second issue is we have family in Liberia. Our family members are there, and we need to see our family like at least every 2 or 3 years. We cannot stay in Cuba after 6, 7, or 8 years before seeing our family. So we are also asking the government to at least see reason, even if it is after 2 years or 3 years, to go back home, to be able to get us tickets to go home and see our family, so that we can feel happy, so that our family can also feel happy about us. Now, there are many things that we are learning in Cuba, that which we are waiting to share with our Liberian citizens. We are waiting to share with some of our colleagues that are waiting to learn from us, because there are people from different parts of the world here with different cultures, with different attitudes, and those are things that we are learning, not the negative ones. But I can assure you the positive ones are those things that we are learning, and we are waiting to impact those things tomorrow when we return. So we are saying, we are just 5 students here. Those students that are here, we are asking the Liberian government to see reason to help us. Even not only the Liberian government, Liberian citizens that are well capacitated, that are around the world, or even in Liberia, that are willing to help students, because I know that there are people in Liberia that I know 100% that are willing to help students. I'm asking them to please get in contact with us to be able to help us. Now, the Cuban government is helping us. We are not saying that the Cuban government is not helping us. No. The Cuban government is feeding us. The Cuban government, the school is lodging us. The school is providing books. The school is providing electricity, water. We are not paying any bill for any of those things. But now, that is not all to our learning process. We need money to sustain ourselves. We need money to get credits and communicate with our family. And where do we get that kind of money from to be able to get in contact with our family? We don't have it. So we are saying the government should please come to our aid. Fellow Liberian citizens that are capacitated, well capacitated, financial wise, to be able to see reason to help us so that tomorrow we can become better medical doctors and return home and help our people. Thank you so much. Our numbers are on Facebook. Our numbers are on WhatsApp. Our emails are available. We can communicate with anyone. Our arms are open for questions. If you need inquiry, we are here. We are waiting to accept your comments. And we are all Liberian citizens, and we are waiting to get in contact with the Liberian government at any time. And we are waiting to accept comments from the Liberian government. We are waiting to accept the help of the government. And we hope that the government hear our cry, and we hope that the government see reason to help us as we are here studying day by day and making sure that we go to our classes regularly, and we're making sure that we learn everything that we're supposed to learn to benefit our people tomorrow, to help our people to promote our health status and to increase the capacity of our health tomorrow and change those things that are supposed to be changed in our country so that tomorrow we can become better people and better country. Thank you so much. We love you. We love you so much. And we are Liberian students in Cuba, and we are waiting to talk to any Liberian and anyone. Thank you.